Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. Last time we unlocked the last of the exiled champions for each of the clans that I have unlocked. I still have not unlocked two of the clans in the game. This time I'm going to try out one of those new champions. In particular, we're going to try out the Hellhorned one, the Shardtail Queen, who apparently comes with the Queen's Impling as the champion. No, the Shardtail Queen is the champion. What does the Queen's Impling do? Does that just start in our deck? Oh, it's the starter card instead of Torch. How interesting. And then my secondary clan is going to be Wurmkin. These are the two lowest leveled clans. I think I'm going to continue going that path. And Covenant rank 5. Minor battles now have additional enemies. Let's go. I think that I want to start with, well, let's look at our cards first. So, Bounding Echoes. Apply Infuse to cards in hand. Pretty interesting to have two of those in the deck. That's kind of weird. Fortify, also a zero-cost card. And then Piercing. Piercing I don't know if I like. Piercing could be bad. I mean, Inferno. Inferno could be bad because it deals damage to my own units. Seraph the Chaste. Seraph will remove half of any buff and debuff effect stacks. So buffs and debuffs don't work as well against Seraph. Alright. I just realized something with Inferno. If we don't place units on the first floor, we could play Inferno on the first floor of the train, no problem. And I think I really like the idea of placing units on the second floor most of the time. Okay, so Inferno might be a lot more useful than I'm giving it credit for. I think I need to see the champion upgrades before we do either of these things. I'm not going to do Divine Boons. Rally plus 10 triggers when you play a non-morsel unit card on this floor, so she likes when you play units. And then action, kill all imp units, deal 20 damage per imp to enemy units. So she really likes us to have imps. An action triggers at the start of this unit's turn. Those are pretty weird. The fact that she only has 10 health with the royalty version means that you don't put her in the front. Which, to be fair, she's going to have lots of attack, so you could put her in the back, okay? I'm kind of interested to try out the Imperialist. We do start with a bunch of imp cards. The Queen's Implings. I guess I'm going to try the Imperialist. It's not perfect, but it'll do. I agree. Alright, Notice Stone. When a card with Consume is played, all cards gain +1 magic power for the rest of this battle. And we're playing as the Wurmkin. We started off with 2 Consume cards in our deck. Seems not bad. And then Light's Gift is not bad, but we're going with Notice Stone this time. And then I don't really like Divine Boons as much as I like the other options for gaining pack shards, so we're just not going to start with that one. Alright, Aggressive Amulet. I always turn on the first one. I think it's always good to turn on the first one. What does this little dot above mean? Oh, that indicates that I'm playing with the exiled clan. Interesting. The exiled champion, as it were. So the Shardtail Queen doesn't do much of anything first turn. Yeah, doesn't do much of anything first turn. Bounding Echoes doesn't do much either. I guess it adds Infuse to Fortify and the other Bounding Echoes. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to start on the second floor. And then we're going to play one of the Bounding Echoes. And Fracture will destroy you before you get to the second floor. And then no reason not to fortify our champion. The next Bounding Echoes is not important, though. There's the Collector at the top. We could put a Train Steward at the top to take out the Collector. Kind of like that. So the Queen's Impling, we're definitely playing, I think. I kind of want to do Inferno at the bottom, but I don't want to lose the 50 gold. I think I'd rather potentially take some health on the pyre rather than lose that 50 gold. So the Queen's Impling, kill all imp units, deal 20 damage per imp to enemy units. So we have to put the Queen's Impling in the back so that it survives long enough to be sacrificed. Let's do that. And then we are going to put a Train Steward up here. That gets the Train Steward out and takes out the Collector. And I like using Fracture down here to take out one unit at a time. So there goes a Queen's Impling. We have a limited number of those. That's the only problem with the Queen's Impling. We have a limited number. Deals 20 damage per imp to enemy units. So that destroys... that hits all of the units. Nice. Well, I guess we play a Queen's Impling here. I don't want to play the other one. We will play Fortify, of course. The other one I will wait until it's helpful. And then Fracture. Fracture is useful just to get more Reap or more Echoes out there. So let's use a Fracture just to get more Echoes. And we could put the Train Steward at the top or the bottom. I have a hard time imagining that a Train Steward is going to do much of anything. Let's put it at the bottom and let it die. Goodbye, Train Steward. You're going to die next turn. Oh, we did not draw Inferno. Drawing Inferno this turn would have been very nice. But we did not. We actually didn't even draw a Fracture. That feels unlucky. We can't really play a Queen's Impling up here because then the Shardtail Queen will take it out. That's annoying. Let's put a Train Steward up there. Let's fortify the Train Steward, I guess? Man, I wish I had that Queen's Impling for next turn. This one might not go very well. Yeah, this one might not go very well. I could fortify... Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a Train Steward. And if I play the Train Steward down here, then it does 5 damage against Change the Sighted. Let's play it at the top, just in case we need it. Because 5 damage is going to be the worst that it could possibly do. Oh, we got a Weight of Contrition. Wow, this is going poorly, actually. He's only taking 10 damage. We could change that with Inferno. Inferno would kill all of our units and set you down to 29 health. Which is not great, actually. Otherwise, I'm depending on my Train Steward next turn, though. I can use a Fortify, I can use the Fractures. Fractures could deal you... what? How much damage? We would have Reap 4 and we would have 7 of these. So that's 28 damage. That's not very significant. This feels really weird, but I think the answer is Inferno. Bam. Alright, and we fortify one of our train stewards, and the pyre takes 3 damage. We get another Weight of Contrition. And then we can play Inferno again. Kill everything. Alright, I killed all of my units and all of their units. We took 3 damage because of the Weight of Contrition. Wow, that went pretty poorly for the first battle. I do kind of like Mark of the Shields. Fledgling Imp seems pretty good when we are desiring to sacrifice Imp cards. I really like the Hornbreak though. Not only is it infused, but the piercing is quite nice, and it goes well with the Notice Stone. I think even though Imps are what we want, I do want a Hornbreak. Now the Hosting Kin. Hosting Kin is quite good here. The Bogfly is fine. The Echo Transfer is very interesting. That could go amazingly on a multi-strike unit. Ooh, I don't know which one to do here. I'm not going to do the Bogfly. I'm going to do either Hosting Kin or Echo Transfer. Both of them seem pretty good. The Echo Transfer seems possibly really, really good. And the Hosting Kin would always be good. Let's try the Echo Transfer. We've never played with it before. The Demon Fiend. I like the Demon Fiend, but I don't know if this is the run for it. The Glare Minder has Sweep. I like the Sweep. And then of course the Kinhost Carapace is quite nice. I do really like my Kinhost Carapace. With the 2 Bounding Echoes, the Kinhost Carapace gets even better, I guess. But so does the Glare Minder. And you know, with the card that we just took, because we just took Echo Transfer is pretty good with Glare Minder. Let's do a Glare Minder. Not only because it's a card I've never played with, although that is honestly part of it. I think I want the Merchant of Steel. I could really consider the Divine Temple. Hey, Shardsoul Carver is back. Takes up a fair amount of space, but I do like the Inspire for the deck that we have so far. And just having a unit that actually has a lot of health is quite nice. The question is, do we... Ooh, Spell Chain? Spell Chain could be kind of ridiculous with some of these. Yeah, what if we do a Spell Chain on, for example, Hornbreak? Or even Echo Transfer, although that would require us to have a lot of Echoes. We could do it on Fortify. I like the Twin Stone. Let's take the Twin Stone. And I want to put it on probably Hornbreak. I think that's good. Although the fact that it takes up a slot makes me kind of want to do it on Fortify instead. I'm going to do it on Hornbreak. I think the Spell Chain there might be very good, and I hope the Infused stays. Now let's look at unit essences. Glare Minder. Glare Minder is not a good unit essence. We don't really want to get rid of the Queen's Implings. The Shardtail Carver has an excellent unit essence. But we don't have a unit that we would like to put it on, except for the Shardtail Queen, which I believe we can't. Alright. Upgrade a unit with Quick. That is very good. That is very good. We're going to take that and we're going to put it on our Sweep unit. Sweep and Quick, those go very well together. Alright, next. We could take one of these and purge a card. I like that. Would we rather have just health or health and attack? Probably the health and the attack for the Glareminder. I don't think the Shardtail Carver is what we want to upgrade with these things. So I think the Glareminder gets Battlestone. And we've upgraded our Glareminder already. And then let's remove a Train Steward. Really dislike having those Train Stewards in the deck. Alright, next one. Disciple Conduits. They ascend more quickly. Oh no, the haste. Dislike the haste. Non-boss units enter with spikes 3. I'm going to turn it on. Don't know if it's the best idea, but we're turning it on. So down here, we could put the Glareminder. It would kill everything very quickly, but it will take a lot of Thorns damage in the process. It would take 12 this first turn. I think that's still good because we have the Fortifies. Yeah, so I'm going to play Glareminder down here. What does that mean for where I play the Shardtail Queen? Because the Shardtail Queen... what does it accomplish now? We don't want to play it on the same floor as the Shardtail Carver. So how about this? We'll put the Shardtail Queen at the top. The Shardtail Carver in the center. Actually could have put him at the bottom. I think I wish I put him at the bottom now. Because my fractures are one of the main ways that I get the echoes. Oh well. Instead of playing a fracture, I'm considering the Train Steward, but I think we want the fracture. We want that echo. And of course, having played on all 3 levels, the Collector is doomed. So we want to play Bounding Echoes. Doesn't matter where we play it. We definitely want to play Fortify on you so that you survive longer. And then the Train Steward could go here, I guess. Gotta put the Train Steward somewhere. We're going to put it in front because it's okay if it dies. And the Quick Sweep is doing great. Queen's Implings are quite bad to play just any time. No reason to do a Fracture anywhere. I guess we play a Train Steward at the bottom, just to get it out of the deck. And we're going to put it in the front, so that it gets hit first. Well, that was a pretty sad turn, honestly. Of course the Inferno comes. Alright. I'm kind of sad, but I was expecting the Inferno to not do what I wanted. The Inferno, of course, comes on the turn that I'm doing the most. Well, we know we're playing the Fortify. We could play the Fortify on the Train Steward. playing the Queen's Impling here, so if we're not playing Inferno, we're playing the rest. So the Queen's Impling can go in the front and just take the first hit. That's quite nice. It also takes out a unit, which means the spikes don't hit our Glare Minder. Now we just need more health. The Hornbreaker could hit what? If we hit you, we're saving 3 health from our Glare Minder. Or we could do 6 damage twice to the boss. Both of those seem fine. The Fortified definitely goes on you, because that means that you last another attack from the boss. And then the Echo Transfer goes on Glare Minder. And then a Hornbreak. So that's 3 damage from the spikes. That lowers you to 8, which means you kill him in 1 hit, which means hitting this guy doesn't really change anything. So, Hornbreaker right here. Oh right, I forgot we got an extra Hornbreaker when we did that. Maybe should have considered that. Oh well. If nothing else, we will most likely draw Inferno again. Yep, we drew Inferno again. Alright. Well, we're actually winning, and we would win slower if we played Inferno in terms of turns. Alright, don't think I like my deck so far, but we're winning so far, and we're getting a lot of resources with which to make it better. Could get another Hornbreak. I think the Hornbreak is quite good with the Notice Stone. But also, don't we want more imps? I'm going to take one more Hornbreak. If I get offered another Hornbreak, though, I might actually go for an imp instead. So all of these have Consume, which works with the Notice Stone. I like Broken Memories a lot, but what are we getting back right now? Abounding Echoes? That's not very impressive. I think I'd rather have the Hosting Kin first. Although, if I take this now, it's infused. I'm going to take it now. We're being a little bit speculative in that pick. And it's not necessarily good to be speculative like that, but there we are. Merchant of Steel or Merchant of Magic? Merchant of Magic because we also get a unit. Rage on friendly units, add an additional 3 attack. Rage 4, apply Rage 3. Okay, neither of these are something I really care about. So we're going to skip. And what do we find in the caverns? Ember deposits. Oh no. Oh, this is different than I thought. So we can remove the rubble. We get 3 calcified ember now. We get upgraded versions later. What are upgraded versions? Wait a minute. Let me read the rest of this. Ember deposits, frozen in place, collect around openings in the ground. A byproduct of the pyre, these energy sources have gone dormant. At close inspection, one mound of this rubble seems to have something more powerful protruding from it. While you could take the protrusion, removing some of the ember deposits and hauling them from the area would help to eventually revive them with some power, granting you something later on. Okay, we're taking something. Take the protrusion, get abandoned staff, which gives us more energy. Only 1 more ember per turn, but still, 1 more ember per turn is pretty good. It's just that 2 curses in the deck, 2 blights in the deck are pretty bad. Or we get 3 calcified ember now and upgraded versions later. What does upgraded versions later mean? I think I'm going to go with this one because I'm so curious, and we can purge them. This could be a terrible idea. It probably is a terrible idea. Our draws have been pretty bad so far anyway. Upgraded spell with plus 20 magic power and consume. I like that, except that... what do we even have that we could add that to? Inferno? We could add it to Inferno. We could add it to a Hornbreak, which I kind of don't want to. Upgrade a spell to cost 1 less. I like that. Let's do this. Emberstone on the Hornbreak that has Spell Chain. So that means we get to play 2 Hornbreaks for only 1 energy every time we draw them. I like that. And then reroll. We could play another Emberstone on something. Might be good to put that on Inferno, but Inferno hasn't been kind to me. On the other hand, I could put it on the other Hornbreak. Just have Hornbreaks be free all the time. We're going to purge another Train Steward. Could I have purged? No, those cards purge themselves. And then the Surge Stone. Let's look at what we could put it on. Inferno or Hornbreak. Do we want it on Inferno? I don't think we want it on Inferno, but maybe we do. I don't think I want it. Let's look at this, but I doubt we're going to take it. Could do another Twin Stone. Do another Twin Stone on the other Hornbreak. Just have 2 Hornbreaks, both with Twin Stone. I kind of like that, actually. We're going Twin Stone Hornbreak run. Okay, now I need consume cards to make those Hornbreaks better, due to the Notice Stone. Enemy units enter with Rage 2. Talos attacks every turn, gains armor on Slay. Remember, we've got all those calcified embers this round. Ooh, interesting. So the Glare Minder going at the bottom is amazing. Let's start there. The Shardtail Queen could go anywhere, including at the top. Kind of like doing Fracture on Boss Lady. Could put the Shardtail Queen at the top and do a Queen's Impling and just deal some damage to the boss. I kind of like that, even though the Shardtail Queen takes some damage when we do this. Let's do it. And we are going to Fracture you as well. So we're trying to deal some damage to the boss ahead of time. That's mainly what we're doing here. And the Glare Minder basically protects us from everything else. Don't like you at the bottom. I could do the Shard Soul Carver there, protect my Glare Minder. I like that. Also might be a good time to purge the Calcified Ember, honestly. I do want to purge those calcified embers, and finding turns that are good to do those might be hard. Still, I think this is too good with the Bounding Echoes, because we do Bounding Echoes, and then the Shard Soul Carver. And then we do 2 Fortifies on the Shard Soul Carver. That also sets up so that we can give more attack to our Clareminder later. Yeah, I do want to get rid of that calcified ember, but we need to find good times to do so. So, Echo Transfer costs 0. Train Steward does nothing for me anywhere. Actually, I could put it in front of the Shardtail Queen. That could be a good use of the Train Steward. Let's start there. Echo Transfer is exactly what I want to do right here. Broken Memories is quite good. We can get back a Queen's Impling with Broken Memories. Did not realize that. I actually don't want to. I want to get back the Bounding Echoes. Oh, was it only spells? Yes, it's only spells, so never mind. Can't get back the Queen's Impling. Do I mind if you make it to the next floor? Kind of do, because if you make it further than that, I'll be sad. So let's do a Horn Break on you. Yeah, a Horn Break on you makes it so that you die. And then a Horn Break can be played here. Yeah, let's play it here to do a little bit of damage to Boss Lady. And the Queen's Impling is going to wait, because the Queen's Impling has to be played alongside the Queen. That's how it works. This turn is a great turn to play the Calcified Ember, because what else are you going to do? So, Bounding Echoes. I guess I could play the other Horn Break that's being made here, but I don't really need to. So let's play the Calcified Ember. Calcified Ember here, so that we fill up our echoes. And then Horn Break at the top to just hit Talos the Architect a little bit. And then we get another Horn Break, which is perfectly fine. I'm happy to draw that later. There's another Calcified Ember. Seems like a good turn to purge that one too. Alright. We've taken this opportunity to purge some Calcified Embers, which I think is overall a good thing. And now, we're not winning, currently. The Echo Transfer can help with that a little bit. Let's start there. That makes it so that we're doing a lot more damage. A Horn Break could actually take this guy out because it's piercing. I like that. Also gives us another Horn Break to play. And then we can do a bunch of damage against the boss, as well as apply some armor here. Do damage against the boss, and we win. Great. 3-turn boss rush that time. So I'm feeling a little bit better about the deck, especially because we played 2 of the Calcified Embers that time, getting rid of them out of the deck. Echoes of the Past. We could play that too. Impulate. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 15 times the number of imp units in your deck. That could be pretty good if I plan to add more imp units, and I kind of do. We already have 3. Let's take it. Impulate. Do I want another Shard Soul Carver? You know? Maybe. especially because I could sacrifice it for this benefit. Although the +1 there is kind of annoying. I think we want another Shard Soul Carver. Just another unit that we can place out in front is good. I feel like we need Herzl's Compound a lot in this particular run. I also like Light of Seraph, but I think Herzl's Compound is very necessary in this particular type of run. So we can duplicate a card. We're definitely going to the Divine Horde. The Unstable Vortex I do want. Let's go to the right. Let's take something out of the Divine Horde. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. Ooh. I think we want that this time. That means that we could upgrade our Hornbreakers even more. When played, your champion gets plus 50% max health. That might be very good, actually. Ooh, Imp Cycle, or Imp Sickle. Add a random imp to your hand every turn. I like it. I think I want to see what the upgrades are before we remove 2 cards. So the Imperialist 2 just got a lot better due to having more imps in the deck. Ooh, imp units cost 1 less on this floor for the Imp Parade. And it adds 1 imp when you play it. No, every combat it adds a Queen's Impling to your hand. Oh man, the Imp Parade. The Imp Parade is ridiculous. Okay, what are we getting rid of now? We could get rid of the Calcified Ember. It purges itself, though. The fact that it purges itself makes me not want to spend one of the removes here on it. Now that we're having Implings added to our hand, or Imps every turn added to our hand, the Trade Stewards are really unnecessary. Oh right, we are at a pretty high threat level for where we are. Enemy units appear on each floor. I'm definitely going to switch that on, because I believe that might hit the pyre for some damage, but that's pretty much it. And that does not bother me. So then... Ooh, Impish Scholar is quite good with the Notice Stone. And we could play it with Bounding Echoes, too. To your hand. It's not the best with Bounding Echoes. The question is, do we do anything with Glareminder? We could put the Glareminder at the top, which is kind of a weird place to put your Sweep Quick unit. Or we could put the Shardtail Queen at the top, Glareminder at the bottom, like normal. I think we're going to put the Shardtail Queen at the top. So the Shardtail Queen is going to get some damage, but she is going to play Imps. I'm going to keep the Impish Scholar, by the way. So the Queen's Impling is going up here. And that will take out those two. And then when we play an Imp next turn, it will also take out those two. The Glareminder is going to go at the bottom. We should play Bounding Echoes now, though. Probably should have played it beforehand. Whoops. The Glareminder goes at the bottom. And then we can play 2 Hornbreaks. 2 Hornbreaks would deal 6 times 4, 24 damage. Doesn't kill either of them, actually. That's kind of funny. Still, What else do we do? We add some Bounding Echoes here. That's what we do. Do we want to hit them both? No. We want one of them to die. Or get closer to dying. If we play the Impish Scholar at the bottom, the Impish Scholar actually takes this one out. I don't want to do that. But the fact that it's an option is interesting. Now, when played, repeat all summon effects triggered so far this battle. Whoa. You have a Spell Shield. Spell Shield doesn't protect you. I do want the Shard Soul Carver at the bottom. We've got 2 Shard Soul Carvers. Let's play one at the bottom. We definitely want that. And then play Broken Memories here, because why not? That will add Bounding Echoes back on top. We only have 2 Ember. 2 Ember. What do we do with 2 Ember? The Collector. We could take out the Collector with a Hornbreak. And we can play Imps at the top, because they cost less at the top. In fact, we could play one... I like this. So maybe we should play the Impelate first. No, it really doesn't matter. So, Queen's Impling, put one behind. One behind means that we're going to take all of these out. But one ahead means that our Shardtail Queen takes a little bit less damage this turn. There. Now our Shardtail Queen only takes 6 damage, and all of those die. Do I want a Shard Soul Carver in the middle? Kind of. I want to play that more than I want to play Impelate. And we can do Hornbreak twice. Once to get the Collector, to get that money. And once to do something else. We could save 5 damage on our Shard Soul Carver. We could save the rest of the damage for the Shardtail Queen, so the 6 damage there. Or why are you taking 9? Must be because of Extinguish. So Extinguish doesn't help us. Piercing ignores armor and shields. That doesn't really help us. So I think the answer is the Shardtail Queen doesn't take any damage this turn. I like that. And the fact that we can play an Imp at the top for free is really nice. Okay. Crazy turn. Inferno, you are pretty bad in this deck. Bounding Echoes, you are quite good in this deck. Alright. What are we doing at the top? If we play an Imp at the top, you die. But you also would deal 8 damage to our Queen, unless we play 2 Imps up there. What if we do this? If we play the Imp there, then you die, you don't deal any damage to the Queen. I like that. The Queen's Implings, though, what do we do with those? I will play the Calcified Ember. Which floor would I rather play it on? Probably this floor. And then we play Fortify twice. Also at the bottom? Maybe? Let's play them at the bottom. Alright, that's a turn. I don't know where this is heading, because several things are making it higher up than I wanted them to make it. And we're filling our deck with imps, which is good for Impelate, if nothing else. Okay, Impelate is quite good. Impelate could take this one out immediately. Let's start there. That way you get taken out, so you don't get to this next floor. If I play a Queen's Impling here, then it kills this one. And it could take a hit from the next one. Kind of like that. Welder Helper is fine. Let's do this. Actually, let's figure out where the Welder Helper is going first, if anywhere. The Echo Transfer is definitely going here. That's not a question at all. Welder Helper could go up here and just apply 20 to the Shardtail Queen. Kind of like that. The Shardtail Queen will consume it, but, you know, that's her right. And then Queen's Impling. Save some damage on our Shard Soul Carver. Only 5, though. And then, why are you getting so much? Because you have regen 9. Don't like that. If I did a fracture down here, you would still survive. If I do a fracture here, you get hit for a little bit. I think the Shardtail Queen is going to have no problem with you, though. So let's put the fracture down here. Do a little bit of Inspire at the bottom. The center actually looks worse off than I expected it to. Alright, we've got a bunch of things. What do we have in our consume pile? We have imps. You get a random consume spell, though. Bounding Echoes seems fine. We should play that somewhere. At the bottom, maybe? Or in the middle. Let's do it in the middle. We've got a Hornbreak, which does a fair amount of damage now, but we don't really need to do a fair amount of damage, because we just put an imp in front, and then we put an imp behind. And then you're dead. And the Shardtail Queen is safe. So a Hornbreak right here is fine. It adds another Hornbreak to the deck. I don't mind that. Also, a Queen's Impling there would be fine too. Do a Queen's Impling. Meep. Transcending Imp. Seems like it's going to be good sometime. I might do the Impish Scholar just to get back one of these so that we can consume again. I think I'll do that. And the choice is either in the center or at the top. At the top, it would immediately die. Let's do it in the center. Also, it adds that infused value. And we did get a Bounding Echoes. I'm going to play it immediately for the Notice Stone value. That makes the Hornbreaks do 10 damage twice. Alright. We are not currently winning, but I feel like we can change that. For one, the Hornbreak takes this guy out no problem. And then what? And then we play a couple of Fortifies. So would 2 Fortifies give you enough health to survive another hit? Yes. One of those does not give you enough, but the second one does. Although honestly, just playing a Horn Break does it too. So now you survive 2 hits. Can we make it so you survive 3 hits? In order to do that, I would need to gain another 13 armor. 13 armor. This would be 5. Each of these, actually this would be 7. Each of these would be 2. So we can't do that. We can't save you again. So let's fortify the back unit, I guess. Which I think also does nothing. Oh well. And then Horn Break you a couple of times. We did not win this turn. But we can win next turn, I think, pretty reliably. Let's see. I did get a self-mutilation. 2 self-mutilations. That's not good. We could play Inferno. It does more damage than we're doing right now. Huh. We could play Inferno. The fact that it might be the best thing to play is somewhat problematic. Oh, but Impelate. Impelate's going to win next turn no matter what. Let's just not take damage on the Pyre. So that's what we can do best here. This Inferno in my deck is real bad. Also, because of the 3 self-mutilations, I may have not drawn Impelate. Oh no, I just barely was able to draw it. I think I might remove the Inferno from this deck. It's not doing great things. Battering Ram. Battering Ram is pretty decent, although the Pyre Chomper. I want the Pyre Chomper. Forgotten Trade. It's not bad. Don't really like Soul Siphon. Return a spell card from the discard pile to your hand. Apply Infused, -1, and Consume. Ooh. I think that works very well with our deck. I like it. Alright, what are we doing here? There's the Concealed Caverns, a Merchant of Trinkets, and an Unstable Vortex at the left. Or we could go the Merchant of Magic, which I do want to go to, and get an artifact for free rather than for money. Let's go to the right. I want to go to the Merchant of Magic because of the Lightstone casing. So first, Encased Divinity. It's not bad. The Vapor Funnel is also not bad, in case any units get there. Both of those are decent, but maybe only decent. I'm going to take the Vapor Funnel. Or we could take 25 gold, if we think that neither of these are that useful. 25 gold. Now then, I don't want the Surge Stone. I also don't want Freeze Stone. I do like the Ember Stone. So let's do an Ember Stone. We could put it on Impelate, making Impelate free. Kind of like that. And let's reroll. Hope for something great. I could upgrade a spell to remove Consume. Don't really want it. The Surge Stone. Man. The Surge Stone has popped up every time, and I usually really like it when it shows up, but I don't like it this time. Alright, this Merchant of Magic ended up being actually pretty bad. And I'm surprised, because the Surge Stone can affect so few things, most of which I don't want to consume. The Inferno is still the place where I would possibly want it. And the Eternal Stone... Eternal Stone could go on Broken Memories, which would be great if I had something... Actually, let's do that. And I'm doing this really because of the new spell that we added, the Returned Soul. Returned Soul adds Consume to a spell, and then Broken Memories could get it back. And if we do the Consume cycle a whole bunch of times, Notice Stone gets better. Do I want the Surge Stone, considering that I can get Consume cards back easily? You know, let's put it on Inferno. Then I don't need to purge Inferno. We can purge something else. One of the Fractures would be fine to purge. Yeah, let's purge a Fracture. Fracture does not work against Last Divinity, and it doesn't really work against Seraph, because Seraph removes 50% of the debuffs every turn. Death Obsessed Clipped, who gains strength with every kill. That's not great for my imps. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. That has been a real problem in the past, but I think I want it this time. I don't know if my deck is ready for this, but I really want another artifact. So the Glare Minder ended up at the bottom again, which is quite nice. And we even got the Shard Soul Carver, which can go at the bottom too. Let's do those. So these two will hopefully take out most things that show up at the bottom. The Shardtail Queen is going to go on the second floor to try to take out anything that gets there, because we can play a bunch of imps. And actually, let's do a Welder Helper to add 20 armor there. Fortify, we need you to have more armor. Queen's Impling. We get one every turn, but this one is infused, and I like that. I mean, we get one every turn. Why not just play this one? Okay. Grr. Oh, it died. Poor Queen's Impling. So the main thing that we need to do is kill this one. This one surviving isn't the most terrible thing, but the next one surviving is. So Bounding Echoes we play first. That's not really much of a question. The Shard Soul Carver cannot go in the center, so it's going to go at the top. It's going to be the last line of defense. Here, we need to play enough imps that you die. How many imps is that? I don't know. I want to fortify down here, so I believe I will. The Hornbreak could also help you die. I don't think we can make this guy die this turn, so let's ignore making him die. Which means Horn Break is going to be something that we play, and Fracture is going to be something that we play. So let's play the Horn Break, and we play Fracture, and we play Horn Break. So that reduces how much we need to do by kind of a lot. You deal how much? 20 damage per imp unit. That means that we need to play 2 imps. Actually, if one of them is a Queen's Impling. Ooh, I unlocked the Umbra, a new clan to play next time. Quite happy about that. And then another imp. Now you die. We could play this one just so that our Shardtail Queen doesn't get hurt. Kind of like that. We get imps all the time, right? Actually, let's save it. I think we care more about saving that for the future. Now then, we have a Bounding Echoes. Let's do that first. Bounding Echoes. You need to die. You are currently a problem for us. We are going to add imps on this floor. You return a random consume spell, which would be Bounding Echoes, to the hand. I need to play the Echo Transfer down here on our sweep unit. We could get something back. Ooh. We could get back a Fortify. We could get back a Fortify or a Fracture. Let's get back a Fracture. So this one gets back Fracture, puts it in our hand. And then we have enough to do Echo Transfer down here. So that was the main goal, was the Echo Transfer down there. Next, let's figure out what we need to do here. So the Queen's Impling goes behind. Now you're getting minus 40. That is not even close to enough. We need to do another 100. We could do that with Inferno. I don't know if we have enough. Do we have enough to defeat you here? Only minus 52 right now. We're going to just play the Bounding Echoes. The Hornbreak does not do enough damage yet. And the Hornbreak might be really good here, unfortunately. I think he survives. He goes to the top and hits the pyre for a ton. That's bad. Well, if that's going to happen, we should do this. And then try to make it so that you don't get there. The only way I can kill this is with Inferno. I don't really want to take out the Shardtail Queen. Let's get a Broken Memories to get a Bounding Echoes back. You're getting minus 51 right now. A Hornbreak will hit you harder. Fracture kills you. Okay. Well, I think the fact that the overcharged tank is getting to the top is real bad. Now, did we draw our implosion card? Where's our implosion card? Is it in my hand? Yes, it is. Haha! Implosion. Gotcha. Didn't make it to the top after all. Bounding Echoes. We have a whole bunch of imps in our hand, which we can't play at the bottom. But to be fair, all of these guys are dying except for you. Don't really need the Pyre Chomper this turn. Fortify is fine. Fracture is fine. And then the rest of you I don't even care to play here. So we're going to keep them in our deck to cause problems in future turns, I guess. Now we've got plenty of imps. The imps do basically nothing except defeat these guys. So let's just use the imps up here. So here's an imp. Here's an imp. You are getting 57. Or 56. I don't know why I read that wrong. Hornbreak. Then we can place an imp in front to protect health on our Shardtail Queen. And then use the rest down here, basically. So you're getting extra attack again. We are getting something back to our hand, which will be maybe a Fortify, or we could do the Echo Transfer. We're not going to play that many more times, so why not? Why not consume it? Great. And then Fortify you, and then Hornbreak you, I guess. My Hornbreaks are doing a fair amount of damage now. Alright, final wave. We aren't currently winning. But the implosion, the impolate does so much damage. Alright, let's start with that, I think. Yeah, we don't have any consume cards except for the Inferno, which I'm not going to play. So let's start with Impolate. Bam. Deals you a bunch of damage. Let's also do a Hornbreaker on you. We could do the Pyre Chomper somewhere to have more energy. Don't see the need. Hornbreak again. You're getting minus 285. If I play Fortify, do you survive another hit? You do. So let's play Fortify on you. 325. Not enough to defeat you. But let's play Broken Memories. And get... Ooh, Echo Transfer. Ho-ho. I mean, it's going on top, unfortunately, so I can't play it this turn. If I could play it this turn, I might win. But I can't. So, oh well. I think we're going to put Rage 5 on you for next turn. I think I would like to duplicate my Impolate card once we have the option to duplicate. Oh, I missed the fact that you had Sweep. Whoops. Oh no, the Sweep really messes with my plans here. Oops. Okay, that's not great. What are we returning? We're returning Impolate, obviously. Return Impolate. And then win. Crushed. I should have noticed that he had Sweep, though, because he destroyed my bottom quite badly. New clan, Umbra. Commune with the ancient Umbra Shroud, the original residents of Hell mine the Crucible for precious materials to help in the fight against Seraph. Alright. When one or more echoes are added to a floor, apply Reap 1 to a random enemy unit twice. I kind of like that. We do add echoes kind of a lot. Could get another Pyre Chomper. I don't dislike that. We could get Battering Ram, which I also do not dislike. Branding Right, I still don't want. I get it. I get that the piercing deal 5 damage might make it so that the armor 20 doesn't do much, but you could also do it against your own unit to give it health. So it's like a double potentially useful card. But I don't think I like it. Battering Ram, I think I want. We could get another Return to Soul. Very interesting. Revenge of the Damned is fine. It's a lot better because of Notice Stone. Extract 3, apply Dazed 3 to a unit and move it to the back. That one's not terrible. We've never played with it because of the Extract 3. I think the Extract 3 is not that bad this time, though. I'm gonna take it. Now, we have the Concealed Caverns on the left and another Merchant of Magic. I still want the Merchant of Magic, even though it went poorly last time. And at this point, how many pack shards do we need to add? So we have a Divine Temple at the end, which can add a ton. We have a Divine Boons there, which can only add 10. And here we have Divine Temple, so we should probably go to the Divine Temple, this particular one. Let's go to the Merchant of Magic again. I'm hopeful. Divine Temple. We can upgrade a spell to cost -2. Interesting. Value Stone, I like. Probably will take the Value Stone. But first, we should go to the Concealed Caverns, see what happens there. Oh man, the Pillar of Light. Purge a spell, create 3 copies with unhinged power. 0 cost and purge. Or we could do the Nexus Spike with the essence of 2 spells. I don't know what to do here. Purge a spell, create 3 copies with unhinged power. That could be the Battering Ram. Or it could be the Inferno. It's interesting that the Battering Ram is something I might want to do there. I think I'm going to try this. We're going to do this on the Battering Ram. So we've got 3 Battering Rams in our deck now, but they purge themselves, and they cost 0. Costing 0 is quite interesting for a Battering Ram. We could upgrade a spell to have Permafrost. Could upgrade a spell with 20 magic power and consume, which could go on the Battering Rams. They purge themselves. Emberstone. Emberstone could go on Broken Memories. Or Inferno. Or another Fracture. I think I want it on Broken Memories. Surge Stone. If we put it on a battering ram, what would it do? 20 magic power? Does that just do 20 more damage? I think it does. I could put it on a Hornbreak. Don't really want it on the Hornbreak. Let's put it on a battering ram. Just does 20 more damage. It's not terrible. Reroll and hope for something good. This is what I wanted. I also want Keepstone. Alright, let's do it. So Keepstone on... Ooh, Echo Transfer is not terrible, but I want it on a Hornbreak. So one of the Hornbreaks gets Keepstone, so that every time we play it, we get to play it the next turn too. And then the other Hornbreak gets more damage. Oh, I should have put the Keepstone on the Impalate. That was a mistake. Wish I had thought of that. And then Emberstone. We can put it on that Fracture. Let's do it. Alright. Divine Temple. Does the Value Stone do anything for me anymore? Now that I've made things really cheap? Not really, except for Inferno. And then the True Stone. What does the True Stone potentially help with? Could have gone on a Hornbreak instead of one of the ones that I put it on. Could go on Impalate. Let's put it on Impalate. That was partially just to get the pack shards, honestly. We're going to need a lot more pack shards. Bell the Wings of Light. Bell the Wings of Light, I am not scared of you at all. Still have a very weird deck, though. Very weird deck. We can't move the Alabaster Guardian to the back, unfortunately. Oh, we got our Glare Minder at the bottom. We should probably play the Glare Minder at the bottom. Yeah, I think the normal thing happens. Glare Minder at the bottom, Shardtail Queen in the center. And I completely forgot to play Bounding Echoes. That actually hurts. Should have done that first. Shardtail Queen, you go there. I want the soul-crushing guilt to go on the Clipped Guardian, so he doesn't deal any damage to me. Not Extract 3, of course. That's a problem. The Extract 3 is really a problem, actually. The Fledgling Imp could save only 6 damage here. We're going to play the Broken Memories. Now what? I think that I kind of want to play all of these at the bottom. I can't, though. If I play the Echo Transfer, I can't play the other ones. I think we play the Fledgling Imp then. Fledgling Imp in front so that it takes 6 of the damage. And then Echo Transfer to make you stronger so that we don't have to deal with this stuff in the future as much. Soul Crushing Guilt is good, but not on the first turn. It would have been better if I had played my Bounding Echoes more quickly. Now, I really need... Great, we got the Shard Soul Carver. And I'm going to play Bounding Echoes first this time. Like a smart man. So, Shard Soul Carver, you go down here. The Inferno, I could have put at the top, actually. but I can no longer. Impelate can take out one thing anywhere. The Fracture does very little, but there's no reason not to play it somewhere. Fledgling Imp can go up here. And the Queen's Impling can go up here, no problem. So, you go here. And then you go behind as well, because we want to take that one out. There, so you're getting 9 damage, but you're taking out almost all of them. We could take you out with a Fracture. I think I will. Fracture you so that you die. Then let's play Bounding Echoes down here, so we get the Inspire value. We can play Impelate. There's kind of no reason not to. It only deals it to the front enemy unit, which, you know, it saves 8 damage. And you are not dying, but you're close to dying. Don't like Fell the Wings of Light being on the second floor there. I do want the Shard Soul Carver at the top. Let's start there, because we're not going to change that. Hornbreaker could do some things. You have Sweep, which I do not like. Do not like that you have Sweep. We could play all of our cards as long as we play the Imps on the second floor. Don't think I want to play Battering Ram, though. Let's start with Hornbreak somewhere. Could play it at the top, or could play it at the bottom. I think we want to play it at the bottom. And let's do the big one first. Big one first. And then big one again. Then we play another Hornbreak, and that means that you die. So I will play a Fortify on you, and then the Queen's Implings make it so that you die. So let's put them in the back. Actually, you don't deal any damage, so I should have put them in the front. Whoops. And then no reason not to Hornbreak you. Unless I wanted to Hornbreak this, which I don't care about yet. So, we're dealing 131 to the boss, which is not a whole lot compared to the boss's total health. And then all of these guys are dying, which is nice. Battering Ram does something. Don't know if we care. We could play a bunch of Reap on the boss. You're taking 22 damage. I do not like that you're taking 22 damage. And then we can return something from our discard pile, like the Echo Transfer. That would make it consume itself, but I don't mind that. What's in our draw pile? No Impelate in our draw pile, unfortunately. So I think what we're going to do is return either the Echo Transfer or the Impelate. The Soul Crushing Guilt is not a bad plan either. I think the Echo Transfer. So Echo Transfer on you. That deals them a lot more damage. And then I think we mainly hit the boss here. Hit the boss lady really hard. Fracture. Now you die because of the upgrade there. Horn break. Another horn break. Dealing 156 to the boss. And then what am I doing with my imps? I could put an imp at the top. Or 2 imps at the top. Let's put the Queen's Impling up here. And then we're playing either the Fledgling Imp up here or where the Shardtail Queen is. Let's put it up here. So you are going to die in a couple turns now. And I don't want to play the Battering Rams just yet. That was a medium good turn. Medium turn. Next turn I think is going to be a bad turn, based on what I remember from my discard pile. Or from my draw pile, I mean. So this turn you're dying, but you're dealing 9 damage. We have no reason to play the Pyre Chopper because all of my things are free all the time. You have Sweep, which is annoying. I might want to fortify my back unit because of that. Fortify the back unit. And maybe again, for fear of a future sweep. Can play a couple of Hornbreakers. You get how much? +2 attack every time we add 1. So we will actually defeat the front unit by playing the Hornbreakers on the back one. At the top. At the top we could play a Queen's Impling. I like it. That does a little bit more damage against the boss, adds you a layer of defense. And then, how about a Molting Imp in front? Save some health. Keep the Queen's Impling. Okay, actually was not as bad of a turn as I thought it might be. Let's see what next turn brings. Ooh, next turn you're in the center. How convenient. What do we want to play on the bottom? Broken Memories. We could even play Returned Soul first. Don't really know what I'd want to do with Returned Soul at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a ton of damage to Boss Lady right here. And we're going to do that by doing Fracture, by playing a Queen's Impling, by playing a Welder Helper, which will give armor to himself, I guess. That's pointless. Should have played the Welder Helper first in the back. Oh well. Not going to play Inferno. Don't want to kill my own units yet. And then Hornbreak. Hornbreak we're going to play here. And then we're going to play the Hornbreak again here. After doing a Return Soul on the Hornbreak. And then playing the Hornbreak here, consuming it. And then playing Broken Memories to get back the Hornbreak that we just consumed. You're both dying now. And now we can play Hornbreak. And Hornbreak. Hornbreak, I said. There, 307. And I still want to keep the battering ram. I basically want the battering ram for future combats, if we can keep them that long. Alright, fell the Wings of Light. The real question I have is, can we kill you this turn? Impalate does a ton of damage, but we might need to do it to the front unit, because we don't have another way to take out the front unit. So, Impalate happens first. Now you're taking a bunch of damage. We can make that higher with a Fracture, with a Horn Break, with another Horn Break, with another Horn Break, and with another Horn Break. Haha. Defeating you before you start attacking. Before the Relentless phase. That's the second time I've done that, right? Oh no, this is the first time. Lifeless. Defeat fell before her combat phase. Wonderful. New achievement. So far I've gotten 2 achievements today. Feels good. Return 5 consume spells to the top of your draw pile. Well, the Bounding Echoes are a little weird to return, but the rest of them are fine. It's a little weird, but I think it works really well with the Return to Soul. The Echoes of the Past is not bad either, but I think I'm going to choose the Wurmkin Etchings. And then I definitely do not need Fell's Remorse. It does help sometimes. I really want both Light of Seraph and Herzl's Compound. Unfortunately. Can only choose one of those. I'm going to choose Herzl's Compound again. Let's draw lots of cards. So then, which direction do we go? This Concealed Caverns? Yeah, I basically want to visit the Merchant of Steels. Even though they haven't done the best for me so far, we're going to keep going toward them. And I feel the need to press this button in order to get to 100 pack shards. Upgrade the champion again. So, Imp Parade 2 adds a Fledgling Imp to the hand instead of the Queen's Imp Lady. Or we could do Imperialist 2, which means that she deals more damage to units. And she has more health. Ooh, I like the Shardtail Queen, the Imperialist 2 version. Concealed Caverns. As you pass a train graveyard, you notice several of your fallen allies. Within the beasts of gnarled steel lie now extinguished pyre shards. Even further inside the rubble, you can make out some last protected treasures. Perhaps you were to relight the pyre shards using some of your own? The train would reveal their value. Lose 3 pyre health, gain a heartstone. Gain a blood for blood. It's interesting, but my pyre doesn't really defeat units. Friendly units get plus 25 and heartless. They cannot be healed. We don't have any healing powers. The plus 10 health to all of my units seems pretty nice. I'm going to take it. Petrified Heart. The pyre shards go out once more, this time for good. Have I played that one before? Can't remember whether that's new or not. Upgrade a spell to gain holdover. I really like this for the Impalate. Impalate. Have holdover. Every time we play you, we get to play you again next turn. That is amazing. And then Emberstone and Powerstone are great. Emberstone we're going to put on Wurmkin etchings. I don't know if I'm ever going to play Inferno. And then Powerstone, we could put that on Inferno, or we could roll for more options. Double stack isn't really valuable to me. I guess we'll play another Emberstone. Should we play it on Inferno just so that we might play it sometime? Or play it on Wurmkin etchings. And then Surgestone, we could play that on another battering ram. Sure. It's an interesting set of things to do. What do I want to remove from my deck? I feel like there should be something I want to remove, like Inferno. We could remove the soul-crushing guilt. Just admit that it was a mistake. Or we could remove a Queen's Impling, now that we start with so many. Or a Pyre Chomper, because what do we do with the Ember? I think we remove a Pyre Chomper. This was actually a mistake to put in the deck, so that's gone. And then maybe we remove Inferno. Too bad, Inferno. I thought about making you work, and I failed. The Shadewings. Winged acquainted with the power of death. They consume the souls of their victims to heal. Yeah, those ones. So I guess there's going to be a lot of Shadewings. And I don't think that we want the aggressive amulet. Not really. Our units have more health than they used to, but still, my units get pretty low sometimes. I'm not going to turn it on. I don't think we need the 400 gold that much. We did not get our sweep. Oh, we did. The Glare Minder. How about that? Glare Minder is there to put at the bottom. The Gilded Wing is at the bottom too, but we can play the Shard Soul Carver in front. So, typical thing. Glare Minder with a Shard Soul Carver. We got a Pyre Chomper, even though I removed one. We got another one. Shardtail Queen goes here. And then you guys are dying immediately because of the quick sweep. So the only one that's valuable to deal damage to is the Gilded Wing. So let's deal damage. And put Reap on. Oh, I like how they have hearts that indicate that you can't heal them. I didn't realize there'd be a visual distinction there. A Welder Helper. I like the Welder Helper a lot, because we can't heal the Shardtail Queen. Not that we could anyway, but still. And no reason not to play this first. Wurmkin Etchings doesn't do much yet. The Shard Soul Carver could go at the top, meaning that I will never play. Oh, I actually think I removed the thing I was going to say I would never play. Down here, we have a problem. The Shadewings in the back is a problem. And it doesn't look like we can kill it yet. Let's go here. One of our guys is dying. That's really bad. How do we prevent him from dying? I think we have to play the Wurmkin Etchings here. so that the Hornbreak does more damage. Oh, it's still not enough. Oh man. This is bad. The Shardtail Carver is dying. And I don't know of any way I could prevent it. We can't gain enough echoes at the bottom to prevent that from happening. You aren't dealing enough damage yet, and I can't change that right now. I'm going to play the Wurmkin etchings. Why are you getting 16 now? It's because... Why are you getting minus 16? Oh, because of Reap. Got it. Well, that doesn't help me enough, because the Reap happens after combat. Battering Ram only hits the front unit. We need to play the Hornbreaker anyway. Oh, wait a minute, the Hornbreaker has Spell Chain. Forgot about the Spell Chain. Okay, we are safe. The Spell Chain saved me. Now, up here. We want to play as many imps as we can, which is 2, because we don't have enough space for more. And I would like you to die. Don't know if we can kill you. No, we can't kill you. Don't have enough space to kill you. In that case, maybe we put this imp in front, so it doesn't deal damage to the Shardtail Queen. And then we try to deal with you next turn. Or the Battering Ram. Maybe this is a time for a Battering Ram. Let's do it. So we've purged one Battering Ram. Then do we want an infused Queen's Impling up here? Just because it protects you a little bit. Yes, I do. Very weird start to the battle so far. Don't know if I like what's happening. Okay, Bounding Echoes we definitely start with. Bounding Echoes. Give Infuse to everything. Now here, the Hornbreak can actually kill this one right off the bat. I like that. Let's do that here. And then we'll figure out what to do with you, after we figure out what we're doing down here. So the Echo Transfer is very important. Let's put that here. And then you are dying with the Quick, so you don't deal any damage. You are dying and you're dealing damage on death. You are not dying. Can we kill you? Probably not. But I do like putting the Fortifies on this unit. Can we kill you? Maybe. It looks like we can, but if we put the Queen's Impling in front, then we have to play a Hornbreaker to do it. That would save 8 health, though. I'm gonna do that. Oh, you die. Oh, I forgot. Because of the heart, it doesn't die when hit with less than 11 damage. Okay, so now we do Hornbreaker on this one a bunch. Because there's no reason not to. And that actually is adding a ton of Reap. Alright. This one is going well for some reason. It had a weird start, but it's going well. We have a Bounding Echoes. We should play that. Is my Impelate the only card in my deck? It is. Jeez. I like that you have 25 health because you take out both of the back, or 25 attack because you take out both of the back ones before they do anything. Which means there's not really much to do this turn. other than play Bounding Echoes and Broken Memories to return a Wurmkin etching so we can keep consuming things like mad. That also means that there's no reason not to get something back from my discard pile and consume it, because we'll just get it back. And the Echo Transfer might be the thing to do. So, return soul the Echo Transfer, play the Echo Transfer, it gets consumed, but that means that we can get it back next turn with the Wurmkin etchings. And now you're all dying. What? You're all dying already? Well, what do I do then? There's basically no reason to play any of these spells except for the charged echoes, which I don't even get to keep. But still, the Inspire helps, so we're going to Inspire a bunch of times. And we don't get to keep them, so might as well use Soul Crushing Guilt as well. And then the Queen's Implings don't do anything for us. Could put one at the top, but I kind of like having them in the deck instead. Alright, this turn we have Impelate, and we want to play that where it hits something that we can't just kill with a Hornbreak. So let's play a Hornbreak right here. And then let's play a Hornbreak right here. And then let's play Impelate to defeat that one. Great. Now the bottom is entirely managed. We'll do a Fracture just for the Inspire benefit, and then we're going to do the rest of the things at the top. We're going to do Return Soul plus Wurmkin etchings. So Return Soul, what is it that I want with Consume on it in my hand next time? I think the Fracture. And then we play Wurmkin etchings after we play Fracture. Wurmkin etchings puts back 5 consumed cards on top. And I don't know if we're going to get a Respite next turn or not. We might. Yes, we do. A Respite does not help us. We should play Impelate because it has Holdover. We should play the Bounding Echoes, just because. We'll play one up here, so that we get the Inspire value and the Charged Echo that stays. We'll play an Echo Transfer on you again. We'll play Broken Memories to get that Echo Transfer back. And then we play Impelate because it has Holdover, so we get to draw it next turn. And then there's really nothing else to do. I guess a Fledgling Imp applies Rage. There we go. Alright, let's absolutely destroy. So step 1 is the Impelate. Impelate does a bunch of damage. Boom. Granted, you're still alive. I don't like that. You do not have Sweep. That's important. That means that Echo Transfer can go here, and he'll just do more damage. And Fortify. Fortify would make you last a little bit longer. Could play the battering ram, but I really don't need to, because next turn we get to play Impolate again, and a bunch of imps. So I think we're going to be done this turn, rather than playing battering ram. Okay, done this turn. Dealt a good amount of damage to our boss, and we expect to beat the boss this turn. Impolate does a lot of that damage. So Impolate does a lot. We could actually do Soul Crushing Guilt. And Tased 3. And then Queen's Impling goes out there. No reason not to play the Molting Imp out there. That goes there. The Horn Break. The Horn Break again. And I just realized we were winning. So let's win. I did use one of my 3 battering rams in that one. So I lost one resource. Infused, Consume, Apply Rage 3. It's okay. The Impressive... Is the Impressive good? I don't think so. Because we can really only play the Imp cards where our champion is. Is the Rage Serum good enough? It has Consume on it. Revenge of the Damned is pretty decent. Total Recall. Infuse Consume. Return 3 random spell cards from the discard pile to your hand and apply Consume. Seems to work with the deck. We've got a 26 card deck though, which is perhaps questionable. Duplicate a card. Yes. We are going to the right. And we have to go to the Divine Temple. Remember, we have to go to the Divine Temple. We are duplicating the Impolate. And that adds 5 pack shards. A weird number, in my opinion. Let's see what the Merchant of Steel has. Echo Stone is actually pretty decent. I don't know if another Speed Stone would be good or not. Let's check the Merchant of Trinkets. Grant +1 stack of Reap each time it is applied. That's actually really good with the Serrated Mandibles. Merchant costs are reduced by 25%. I like it, but it's way too late in the run. And Sketches of Salvation is terrible this time. So the only one I'm interested here is the Decayed Decoy, which seems pretty good. And then there's not really enough golds to re-roll and buy something else. So, in order to get to 100, I think we have to do the Engage Pact. Yes, because we can only get 25 otherwise. So the Engage Pact is required. We could get rid of a Shard Soul Carver and put it on top of the other Shard Soul Carver, but then we couldn't play them at the bottom with the Glare Minder. So that's a problem. I guess we get rid of one of the Queen's Implings. Seems pretty weird. But I guess we do. We're sacrificing a Queen's Impling. Simply because we have to sacrifice in order to get to the 100 pack shards. And I guess the Glare Minder? I guess. Doesn't really matter too much. Alright. The Glare Minder has a Queen's Impling inside. So we could get the Purge Stone or the Twin Stone. Upgrade a spell to gain Purge and cost 1 extra, or upgrade a spell to have Spell Chain. I do really like the Spell Chain. Do we have a spot on Impelate? We do not. If we could put Spell Chain on Impelate, I would. We could put it on Rage Serum, or Returned Soul. I think that I like it most on Rage Serum. Of the cards that I can put it on, which is not that much. I mean, the Fortify isn't bad. Ooh, the Echo Transfer is not bad. Let's put it on Echo Transfer. There we go. Alright, now we're over 100, which means we can fight the final boss. The final boss. And we can actually buy a few things here. The question is, what units can have them? Have we upgraded any units? Ever? The Glare Minder is completely upgraded. The Shard Soul Carvers are not upgraded at all. So the Shard Soul Carvers, what do we want for them? Definitely want a Heartstone. This one's not bad, the Echo Stone with a Shard Soul Carver. Let's make one of them really good. And then let's re-roll and make the other one good. Okay, so the other one is going to get a Battle Stone and a Strength Stone. Kind of a weird set, but take it. Okay. Let's go to the final, the secondary final. Seraph the Chaste. So, Purifying Emblem, Seraph will remove half of any buff and debuff effect stacks. Mostly that affects Reap. So Reap effects will be half removed each turn, where Seraph is. Ooh, putting one of those at the top, that's mean. We did not get our Glare Minder this time. And we got the Shard Soul Carver that I probably don't want to be at the bottom. So I guess we put that one at the top. Bounding Echoes first. The Shardtail Queen will go in the center. The Shard Soul Carver will go at the top. Take out that one. Deal 4 damage to the boss because of the Reap. How about that? Hornbreak and Broken Memory are the only ones I'm really considering. And if we're going to play Broken Memories, we should play it here, because it adds charged echoes. And then Hornbreak. Hornbreak, we could kill one of those. Seems good. Actually, we can kill both of them. Seems good. There's another Hornbreak. Kill that one. Now, Queen's Impling. We could put it at the top. Actually, I don't mind that. Deal a little bit more damage to Seraph the Chaste this turn. And then we'll keep the other one in the deck. And then the fact that you're making it a second floor makes a lot of sense with what just happened. So, Harvest. When a unit dies on this floor, gain armor 5, or armor 15. That's not great for how you work. I still did not get the Glare Minder, but I did get Impelate. Impelate actually doesn't do enough damage to kill this Pyre Wings, which is surprising. Total Recall could get back those three spells. we do want to play the Bounding Echoes. So let's start there. This is where we want this Shard Soul Carver to be. Did I put the wrong Shard Soul Carver at the top? I did. I misinterpreted. Whoops. Anyway, this is where we want this Shard Soul Carver to be, so might as well put him there. You are dying to reap. That's not how I want you to die. I do want to play an Impelate. Only does 75 plus 12 damage right now. I see no reason not to play Echo Transfer. So let's play Echo Transfer on this one. You do 5 damage to enemy units, which unfortunately makes this one get a whole bunch of... At the start of turn, Ember Drain. Wait a minute. This is different. This is a Dark Wings, this is a Pyre Wings. Apply your Ember Drain to the attacked unit, so I actually don't want any more units down here. Otherwise I get Ember Drain for a lot next turn. Ick. Up here I would like to destroy you if I can. I think I might. Does a lot of damage. Doesn't kill you though. We could do an Impelate to kill you. And that would mean we have an Impelate for next turn. Don't mind that. Let's do that. So Impelate here. Then we'll have that Impelate next turn to deal with him. Now down here, it'd be really nice to get rid of those two. We don't have the spells to do that. Oh, we do have Hornbreak. Hornbreak is in the discard pile, which means we can play Total Recall to get it. Or Return Soul to get it, but I'm going to do Total Recall. Oh no, that added Consume to my Impelate. Don't like that, actually. Actually, that was bad. Oh no. I should have played the Return Soul instead. Do we have a second Impelate? Did I copy Impelate? I did. Good. So then, I can play Hornbreak to kill one of these. I could play Hornbreak to kill one of those. I could Return Soul to get Echo Transfer, I guess. Return Soul to get Echo Transfer. I think that I like that. So Return Soul to get Echo Transfer, which will add another Echo Transfer. I don't want to consume the Broken Memories, so we're not going to add Consume to the Broken Memories. And then we can do another Echo Transfer. And then we could do this Impelate. And then you almost die. The Fracture would kill you, wouldn't it? The Battering Ram would also kill you. But I think we want to play the Fracture. And I actually don't care about killing this unit this turn. So we're going to play the Fracture on the boss, even though... Oh, you died anyway. How about that? Even though the boss is going to remove half of that Reap, it's going to get hit for half of that Reap first. Alright, everything's dying, except for my units. Only my imps with the Queen are dying. I do get an Ember Drain this turn, though. So we only have 2 Ember to work with. It's not the worst. We will play Hornbreak. We will play Glareminder. There you are. So Glareminder is going here. That's important. That takes care of you. You will get taken care of with any imp. In fact, if we put this imp in front, it'll take care of you and deal damage to the boss. Soul-Crushing Guilt would save 14 health. Seems nice. Rage Serum we will play on you. No questions there. Return a random consume spell to your hand. Let's do that. What is it? The Rage Serum. Alright, I'll do that again. And then I think I definitely want to play the Soul Crushing Guilt on you. Move you to the back. And then if we play Hornbreaker twice on you, I think this guy will probably die. Yep, he died after the first one. Alright. And then who gets fortified? Guess you. You get fortified. We could play another Queen's Impling here. No reason not to. Deal more damage to the boss. 208 damage to the boss this turn. We have a Bounding Echoes in play. Always play the Bounding Echoes first. Good. I like the Wurmkin etchings because it could get back an Impelate. And we do want that Impelate back. We can also play this Impelate. Let's play this Impelate. That kills that one. Bam. And then you are not currently dying, but you will probably die by the time I end this turn. Let's figure out what's happening up here. You're dazed. So actually a couple of these will probably kill you because you can't hit them back. Yep. Wurmkin etchings. Let's return a whole bunch of cards to the top of my deck. My consume cards are back. Then what? Fracture on the boss. Hornbreak here. That means that you're already dying, so let's Hornbreak on the boss. And Fortify. This Battering Ram I hope is going to be very good in the final battle. It seems like it will. Alright, where are you going, Seraph? I mean, it's an interesting place for you to go. We have Impelate. We have two Impelates, one with Consume. The Echo Transfer is very good, and Bounding Echoes, no reason not to play it. Bounding Echoes, I'm actually going to play the second Bounding Echoes too. Although, do I want to play it up here? Yes, I want to play it up here. Now, Rage Serum. Apply some rage to you. Echo Transfer. Apply some more sticking around rage to you. In fact, let's do that again. So this one doesn't die, but I don't really mind that it doesn't die. I think what I want to do is play the Molting Imp up here. Molting Imp up here. And then we can play both Impelates on the boss. Impelate, deal 189. Impelate, deal 190. We could even play Hornbreak on the boss. Or we could play it on this one. I want to play one of them on the boss. And then do one on this one. I like that. The boss The boss is really taking some damage this turn, and we've got 3 waves remaining. I wonder if I can kill this boss too before the Relentless phase. Might be able to. Especially since we play an Impalate every turn. So Hornbreak can take out this one. Or we could play 3 Queen's Implings, which would also take out this one, but not that one. Let's look at the bottom. The bottom is actually quite fine. Except that this one is playing Ember Drain. I don't like the Ember Drain. Especially with the sweep. I think we have to play Impalate down here. Let's play Impalate down here. Which means we're not playing it against the boss. But we can play most other things against the boss. If we play a Queen's Impling up here, let's play a bunch of Queen's Implings. 1, 2, and 3. Alright. And now we're doing 200 damage against the boss. And there's no reason not to put the Fracture on the boss, deal some more, and both Hornbreakers. Great. The boss is taking damage. And we can't actually play that Queen's Impling, because we don't have enough space. Alright, you're at the bottom this time. Only taking 98 right now. Soul-crushing guilt doesn't exactly help me. We could do Impalate. Actually, the Hornbreaker takes this one out. So let's start with a Hornbreaker. And then we can do Impalate to take this one out. Almost. Almost took it out. But you are going to hit it with Sweep, so that kills it. And Echo Transfer right there. Boss is taking 256 damage. Can we increase that? Not easily, not without using the spells that I don't want to use. I can get back a Hornbreak, though. This Hornbreak is doing 20 damage. This Hornbreak... Is it the same Hornbreak? It has Twinstone, Emberstone, Keepstone. Oh right, this is the one that has Purge on it. So it's the same Hornbreak. Well, that's going there. We know that. Don't really feel the need to play the Battering Ram. Which means, how much damage can we do against the boss? We can do that. We can do a Return Soul to get back Hornbreak. Hornbreak is what does the most to the boss. We don't get to play it next turn, but we get to play it twice more this turn. So we actually did not defeat the boss before the Relentless phase, but just barely, right? The boss only has 213 health on the Relentless phase. And I think it dies pretty easily. I mean, it doesn't die yet, but that's only because I haven't played any spells. So, Impalate. Impalate means that the boss now loses. Let's click the end turn button and win. Go to the final battle. Seraph the Chaste went down quite easily, actually. Let's see how we do against the Last Divinity. I feel pretty good about the deck now. I did not earlier, but I feel good about it now. Okay. What did we get in our opening hand? We got the Shard Soul Carver that I don't care to be at the bottom. Which I guess means it goes at the top. I'm kind of sad that we don't have anything that I want to be at the bottom. That's not great. This one could go at the bottom. It gets rid of the damage shield. And then it dies. I'm fine with that. So you go at the bottom. You get to die. You go at the top. You go in the center. And then Fracture doesn't really do much of anything against the boss. It does do something here. So let's do that. That kills you, great. And then we're going to fortify, I guess on the second floor, because the Shardtail Queen is going to take a lot of damage because of the multi-strike here. So fortify a little bit. Not a good first turn. Hopefully second turn will be a lot better. So, second turn, we did get our Glare Minder. Did we get... Oh, we got Echo Transfer and Bounding Echoes. Very nice. So the Bounding Echoes plays first. And then we play the Glare Minder. Should have played the Shard Soul Carver first, actually. But that's fine. Then we play Echo Transfer. That makes it so that everybody dies except for this one, which has 0 attack. Why are you taking 15 damage? Because of the boss? The boss does 8. Oh, the Extinguish. So 8 plus 5 plus what? Oh, plus the spikes. Okay. Now it makes sense. In the meanwhile, we will play another Echo Transfer here. This one seems like the place we want our Hornbreaker. And our Imps, of course. Let's put the Imps in front. Doesn't really matter which one is the most in front, actually. But I did think about it, just in case. So right now, both of the Imps are dying before you get to do your thing. I could change that with Hornbreak. Hornbreak could kill this one, meaning that one of the Imps survives. And then where do we fortify? Probably want to fortify at the bottom. Fortify at the bottom. Hornbreak is going... Oh, I can only play one of the Hornbreaks. That's not great. So the Imps didn't do as much as I would hope they would have done. This one's still dying, though. Why is it dying? Is it only dying because of the Reap? Maybe. We're going to hit you. We can't play that one, unfortunately, but let's play Reap on you. Oh, it gets a damage shield after a killing blow. Sad. Okay, well, not the best turn 2 either. Hopefully next turn will be a lot better. At least we've set up the bottom. The bottom is doing great now. Just the other floors that are not doing as great. So we've got Impolate. We've got the Rage Serum. We want to get rid of the Wilt Wings. I guess the Hornbreak can do that, but only after I consume a card, which we can't do. Oh, this Battering Ram has Consume on it. Does that count? Huh. The Battering Ram doesn't do anything because we don't have any armor anywhere. But we could use the Battering Ram to take this one out. It's not the best, but it's something. And then we can play Impolate to deal a bunch of damage to you, but not enough to kill you. I think the Rage goes here. You, what are you enchanting? You are giving them spikes. I don't like that. You're gonna go away. Great, no more spikes for you. Could Hornbreak up here to save 6 health on my guy. Actually, Hornbreak doesn't do enough. I'm definitely going to play Imps. How many Imps? I'm going to play the Pyre Chomper just kind of to get rid of it. And then Queen's Imp. And then Queen's Imp. And I do want this in front. Yeah. We're at least dealing you damage. Impolate is going to go down here. Impolate. And then Hornbreak doesn't quite take you out. But does it... It makes it so that he takes you out. Yeah, let's do a Hornbreak. Could do a Battering Ram to take him out, but I don't think that's what I want to do with my Battering Ram. The Queen's Impling up here, what does that do? It saves 6 health on you. Good enough. Also, it saves more because it gives you armor too. Okay. We're going. We're dealing some damage to the boss as we're going, and we're mostly dealing with the enemies. Still need this to get a little bit more spicy though. Every time we add an imp to the deck, this gets better. We actually have 2 of these in our hand. That seems quite good. 3 random spells from the discard pile. Add Consume. I think I might like that this turn. You have Extinguish. Extinguish is not too bad. You have Harvest. That's not too bad. So I want to play Total Recall before we play the Impolates. So Total Recall. Get back to Hornbreaker and an Echo Transfer. I actually wanted that Echo Transfer. So, wonderful result. We have another Echo Transfer. Can't really play all the cards in my hand. That's a little upsetting. I do need to play Imps here. And I want to play the Imps in front so that our Shardtail Queen doesn't get any damage. So there's an Imp. Do we have any other Imps? We only have 1 more Imp. Alright, let's play the 1 more Imp. There we go. The boss takes 10 damage now. It's okay. Not my favorite. We can play some cards. I do want to get a lot of those Consume cards back with the Wurmkin etchings. Do I want to add Consume to another card and get it back, potentially? Fortify is not bad here. We could consume a Fortify. I like that. So get a Fortify back, consume that Fortify. Do I want to put it on the top guy? The top one is taking 7 damage every turn, but it's not doing too poorly. The bottom one is going to take more damage overall. Now, Impelate. Impelate plus Impelate. Now you are dying. Wurmkin Etchings is not bad. Let's do the Wurmkin Etchings before we play Broken Memories. And let's do Echo Transfer. And then do Broken Memories to get Echo Transfer back. Oh, never mind. That was the purged Echo Transfer. Could get another Wurmkin Etchings. I will. I think adding all of this damage to these horn breaks is really going to help. Now, do we just hit the boss as much as we can up here? Or do we try to do something here? I think hitting you really hard doesn't help at all. I mean, we would do 40 more damage potentially, but let's just do a lot more damage to the boss. There. And then we have a ton of cards that get put on top of our deck. A ton. I don't know what order they get put in, because there are like 3 different effects that are adding cards to the top of our deck. Alright. Now, you guys are silent. You're stealthy, so you're not getting hit. Don't like that. Do want to play the Vengeful Shard. Ooh, you're getting hit pretty hard. We need to play Hornbreak on these guys. So let's start with a Hornbreak. Hornbreak, and then another Hornbreak. That was sort of essential. The Impelate, the only thing we can do is hit this one or the boss. I think I want to get rid of the Vengeful Shard just to get it out of the deck. So, what next? Impelate? We could save some damage. We could save 14 damage by killing this one with an Impelate. You just barely don't have enough damage to kill him yourself. Ooh. 3 random spell cards from the discard pile to my hand and apply Consume. Let's do it. That gave me a Return Soul, which means I could still do this. Alright. Return Soul. Give me another card. I probably want one of the Hornbreakers. The lesser Hornbreaker. To have Consume on it. The lesser Hornbreaker takes you out. Now you're getting 76 damage, and you're only getting 8 damage. I think I want to play something up here, like Fortify. I want to play... Oh, look at how many charged echoes are right there. I guess let's play Fracture on the boss. To do a whole bunch more damage. No reason not to play Impelate, but why not play Impelate here? So we deal it directly to the boss. And of course a couple of imps. Wow, we're dealing a ton of damage to the boss actually. And then Wurmkin Etchings. Put some Consume cards back on top. How much armor do we have on our units? Not a whole lot. So the Battering Ram is not useful yet, but it's getting more useful every turn. And the Last Divinity is really losing health here. Okay, I don't like the Spell Shield 2 on all of you. But at the same time, nobody's dying, so how bad is it? Also, the piercing goes through Spell Shield, doesn't it? Yes, it ignores shields. So I could get rid of this one to get rid of the spikes. I like that. Getting rid of the spikes helps my units a lot. Let's do it. Then what? I can play this here. I could play a Pyre Chomper here. Why not? Total Recall. I feel pretty good about this turn. Let's do a lot more. What do I want to do with the Impulates? Play it after the Total Recall. We got a Battering Ram. Battering Ram is looking pretty good this turn. Actually, does it look good? Because we're not killing any of them immediately. And really this one or that one is the one that we would want to kill immediately. So maybe the Battering Ram isn't doing much. We're still going to play Hornbreak. Hornbreak on you? Hornbreak on you. You now die. We could get that Hornbreak back with Returned Soul, I think. Or no, that's a different thing we could get back. We could get back a Hornbreak that has Purge on it, though. Let's get that one back. Returned Soul, Hornbreak with Purge on it. Now all of you are dying. That's excellent. Now I think I'm just going to hit the boss really hard. So, have an Impulate, a Hornbreak with Purge on it. This one has more charged echoes even with all that. So let's do here. Let's do Broken Memories to get back. We could get back Return to Soul. I kind of like that. Or we could get back the Hornbreak. Or the Total Recall for that matter. Yeah, let's get back Total Recall. That could be amazing. And then let's do Fracture. Another Fracture. And I think we're going to win next turn. 3 turns before the Relentless phase. I think that's what's going to happen. Let's see though. Alright. Let's do the things that I know are going to be something we want to do. Let's do Bounding Echoes, for example. Should have done that first. Impulate. And we win with Impulate. 3 waves remaining. Incredible. My best victory yet. 3rd time I've beaten the Last Divinity, but that was a very confident victory right there. Alright. Let's see what we got. We Divinity Mastered several new cards. The long journey begins. Win a run at Covenant 5. Covenant 6, add a copy of the primary clan starter card to your starting deck. That can be good or bad. And then we Divine Mastered 12 more cards this time. Really nice. Hellhorned gets to level 6. Last Stand, double the amount of rage on friendly units. Could be amazing. Demon units get multi-strike 1. Wow. Grur's Goad. Level 7. Alpha Fiend. Strike +5. He's somebody that you want to add sweep to, if you can. That's my first reaction to that card. Dark Deal. Deal 5 damage, apply Rage 7. Wurmkin, level 6. Power of Knowledge. Deal 15 damage for each spell in the consume pile. Oh, that could be amazing. Echo Seedling. The first time each battle a card with consume is played, add 2 copies to your hand. Oh, it's only each battle. It's not each turn. Okay, that's pretty good, but it's not as good as I just thought it might be. And we've unlocked the Umbra, which I'm going to play next time. Divinity mastered more cards. And actually, that was my first victory with the Hellhorned as my primary clan. And we played almost double as many units as we played previously. Really because of Imp Cycle, or Imp Sickle, and the Shardtail Queen. Alright, that was a great run. We'll see you next time for the next one. In this run, we unlocked the Umbra clan, so it gets to level 1. The Hellhorned level up to 7, and Wurmkin level up to 6. Unlocking the Umbra earned me one of the 3 achievements earned this episode. I also Divinity mastered 12 more cards, only one of which had been previously mastered. Battering Ram did get mastered, even though it had Purge on it, because I never played the last one. And of course, Train Steward was not mastered, and may be the last card I ever master. Looking at enemies on the right, I'm highlighting the Light Harnesser once again. I encountered them the first time only last episode, but I found a lot more this time, making it to the 10 kill threshold. Speaking of that 10 kill milestone, the Steelwings make it past this time with 4 more kills. Looking at cards on the left, I'm showing 2 cards that I had never played with before this run, the Glareminder and Impellate. Glareminder had Sweep and Quick, allowing it to quite easily handle the bottom car of the train. I ended up with 2 Impallates in my deck, both with Holdover from an upgrade, and these were very strong, since I was adding 2 Imps to my deck every single turn. One of the sources of those Imps was the artifact Imp Sickle. Also new to me this run, adding a random Imp every turn, making my Impellate as well as my Shardtail Queen champion stronger. The Notice Stone just barely makes it to the 10 battle threshold. It powered up my damage spells based on how many consume cards I had played, which could be a lot since I had several ways to consume a card more than once. Check out my detailed tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.